Hey guys, Alex here, and welcome to another tutorial. This one's on Photoshop. Now, I'm going to discuss quick selection tools. They're not quick selection tools, more like selection tools. Why did I say quick? I don't know. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go through all the various selection tools, and I'm going to explain what they do, and you will know how to remove pictures from backgrounds. That's what it's mainly for. So let's get started. Now, you always have the marquee tool here. And this, you can select an area. And you can move it to another picture. Let me bring up... Yeah, that'll do. Wait, wrong one. Sorry, I did the wrong thing. With the move tool, you can move it to another selection and see it's only cropped out this picture. Undo drag selection to show you. Now, that's not great for extracting a picture from a background, unless you plan on doing some fancy mojo with feathering and erasing. So forget about that. Just ignore that tool altogether. Now we have the lasso tool. And the lasso tool, basically, hold on, let me deselect this. It basically draws out what you want done. I'm not very good at drawing, so I don't use it. Let's just see, it draws out what you want to draw. And you can take this and move it. I don't like that tool. I mean, it's great for some things, but I really don't like it to remove things, because you have to be decent at drawing and tracing. That counts me out already. Next, you have the polygonal lasso tool. And this one is great for doing buildings, because see, you could do straight edges here. And I'll select it. It's great for doing buildings or something that has really sharp edges. Next, we have the magnetic lasso tool, which is like the lasso tool, only far more accurate, so why would you use the lasso tool? I don't know. And this one is great because it creates points and paths, like the pen tool does. And it's pretty accurate, actually. I've never actually used it before, but it's actually pretty accurate. Damn it. It's actually pretty accurate, see? I mean, I'm just barely tracing over the edge of it. Anyway, it's a great tool if you know how to use it. You can even right-click and it'll create points. And that's how you use the magnetic lasso tool. It's a great tool. I suggest using it if you really want to. Next, you have the magic wand. And basically, the magic wand will make a selection based on certain colors and everything. If you have something on a clear background, it'll work a lot better, but I don't, so... Next tool is perhaps my favorite. Let me deselect that. Next tool is perhaps my favorite. It's the quick selection tool. And the quick selection tool, along with refine edge, is a great way to extract pictures from the background. Oh, my Photoshop's running slow. Basically, you just paint over the edge here. And it'll create a selection. I mean, sometimes it's wrong. And you just use the minus tool to, up there, to get it back on track. But it's really great for hair because when you do refine edge, which I'll show you in a second, I just want to get this hair. That's fine. When you do refine edge, you can choose a different view and everything. Marching ants is basically the plane. You got overlay on black, on white, black and white, on layers, and on reveal layer, which I think is the same as marching ants. Pretty similar. I choose overlay. But when you do that, you have two tools in here. You have the erase refinements, which basically goes backwards. And you have the refine radius tool, which I like because you can zoom in on this picture. Let me move this out of the way. Zoom in on this picture. Now this is in the way. Let me move this. And it'll erase the background so you can leave all the hair strands intact. It's a great tool. I suggest using it because, I mean, look how accurate that is. I mean, and you can erase all these edges. It's a great tool. It's probably one of my favorites. I just discovered it a few days ago. Well, maybe more like last week. And you can just brush over and erase all these white parts, and it's really smart because it knows what to erase and what to keep. And that's what I'm going to show you. I mean, it's a great tool. I really like it. And it'll make a selection based on all these pixels you have selected, and it'll refine the edge basically. Deselect, go back to zooming, unzoom. Alright, next tool. Well, let's go into layer masks next. Layer masks are pretty interesting. Hold on, let me duplicate the layer. Layer masks are pretty interesting. I don't really like them. I know a lot of people think they're really great. I mean, they are great for some things, but not my favorite thing. Am I in the wrong thing? Oh, I should be in the right one. Oh, I know what's not working. Okay. Okay, why isn't this working now? I don't know, it could be my computer. Alright, let's go into the eraser. Maybe that's working. Huh. You should be able to use the brush tool. I don't know why it's not working now. I'm probably doing some stupid noob mistake. Basically, after you add a layer mask, you have this background right here. And you should be able to brush over the background. For some odd reason, it's not working. Maybe because it's white. Ah, there we go. You can use the eraser tool too. That's probably why it wasn't working, because it was black. See, I told you it was some stupid mistake. And the layer mask, basically, it's not getting rid of the background. It's just removing it from view. Let me make a better selection there. See how you can see right there where it's being colored? See, the background's still there. You're just erasing, you're not necessarily erasing it, you're just making the background not viewable. And they're really great for certain things. I don't really like them, but they're there. And then you can move this picture on here, and the layer mask is still there. So that's always pretty good. So listen, I'm not too fond of them, but they are, it's an option, and they're there. I'm sure they're useful for certain things. Delete layer. Delete layer. And you can disable the layer mask and re-enable it. Delete layer. There we go. See, it's just hiding the picture from view. It's not that... That's all it's doing. Next, we have the eraser tool, and, well, you know what the eraser tool does. It erases. Undo eraser. The background eraser, well, it does what you think. It erases the background. See? Another way to go. I used to do this before I figured out how to use the pen tool and went into quick selections. So, quick selections is probably my favorite tool. Second favorite would be pen. And then you have the magic eraser. The magic eraser will erase backgrounds, and I think it's based on color, because it erased part of that background. Oh, wrong one. But that's there. I mean, that's really useful if you have like a cartoon picture on top of a white background. It'll get rid of that for you. It's effective. And then next tool is the pen tool, which is it's accurate, as accurate as you think it would be. Basically, you just point and click on where you want the pen tool to go. Usually you could zoom in. Let's just make a quick selection here. Make selection. And then there's that. And you can remove this from the background. Place it wherever. I like the pen tool. It works really well. And does, I mean, all you have to do is point and click. I mean, it's not that difficult to use. Alright, next we have the freeform pen tool. I have to say, I've never used this tool. But the freeform pen tool allows you to basically do what the lasso does. And all you have to do is draw a path. It's not that effective, really. Well, it is effective. I just don't like it. For making selections, make it easier and just use the quick selection tool or the pen tool. Not the freeform pen. You can also do anyway, what you can do with the pen tool, another way to do it is to, sorry, that's my Facebook. Told people I was going to be doing things. They don't listen. You hold on your mouse button and you drag to where you want it to go. It's effective. I still prefer using the regular pen tool, but it's there. Oops, I went too far. I don't remember how to step forward. Oh, shift. It's there. As I said, if you really want to make a selection and move it to a background, use the quick selection tool, especially for hair, or the regular pen tool. Those are my favorites. The others are there for a reason. The magnetic lasso tool will be second, or third. It's a good tool. I wouldn't use it for like hair like this because see how all these strands are really loose? For loose strands, it's not ideal. The quick selection tool is ideal for loose strands because then you can just trace the background. Anyway, I've showed you all the tools for making the selection, I believe. I have no idea what some of these tools do, like this one. Oh, rotate object. I don't ever use some of these, so I use the transform tool to rotate objects. Which that may be actually helpful to go over right now. Now, the transform tool is really interesting. You just drag something over to this layer. I would move it so you can see the edges. You see how there's little gray lines over the picture? Basically, what you want to do is this. Press Command-T or Control-T on Windows, and you can make a selection there. Not make a selection. You can minimize the picture. But if you want to minimize it or get it bigger, I suggest holding down Shift, because Shift will allow it to keep it in proportion. Because otherwise you have this, and you're making it skinnier or bigger, and it looks terrible. I suggest only doing that for like backgrounds and you want to fill out the entire layer. Because in a background it really doesn't matter. Especially if you're just making it for a texture. But yeah, that's about it. Just press, and when you're done, just double click in the area and it'll be resized. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is Alex, signing off. Have a good day.